And I want to get your view on what is happening with earnings this week. I mean, set to be the ugliest earnings report card, broadly speaking, since the financial crisis. Will investors shrug that off and look to what's ahead, or could this be a crucial test, especially when it comes to the breadth of the gains we've seen, which have just been so concentrated in the big tech names?
I think that's an excellent point, Nancy. I do believe this is a kind of a moment of reckoning for the market, albeit we're looking to the second quarter, which has already passed us. And there is an underlying belief in the market, look, let's forget about 2020 altogether. Let's focus on earnings in 2021. However, I think of all the earnings reports that we're going to see, the banks are going to be the ones that provide us with the best insight as to the potential for credit losses moving forward in the specific respect that we're going to look very carefully at their provisions for loan loss reserves. We obviously saw some, very significant provisions being taken by the big banks for the first quarter, and we're likely to see similar provisions for the second quarter. But any commentary around how the banks see loan losses moving forward, this will be, I think, of great significance to the market and may well curb some of the kind of irrational exuberance we're seeing in the market.
Yeah, let's talk about irrational exuberance. Just how irrational is it? I mean, we think of what is taking place with a stock like Tesla at the moment. Many have been quick to point out just to the extent the retail traders are having an influence here. What are your thoughts, Jonathan? I mean, on Tesla and perhaps any areas that you think look a bit too frothy.
Well, Nancy, we could talk all day about this one. This is really fascinating. I mean, we can talk about the kind of poster child for the new exuberance or irrational exuberance in the market is obviously the Robin Hood investors. We have millions and millions and millions of new investors in the marketplace, particularly in the United States, but in fact right around the world. And so companies like Tesla, which I think has almost now become a cult, are just going, through the stratosphere. And old-fashioned people like me, Nancy, when we talk about price earnings multiples or anything of that nature, clearly we're just far too old-fashioned for this business today. And then I think another one is Nikola, the company that's going to deliver the Badger truck, the electric truck, which hasn't yet made a sale, and it's valued at $20 billion. So, I mean, clearly, I'm afraid my perspective on valuations is so old-fashioned, but I really do believe that we're seeing, extraordinary irrational exuberance, and it is reminiscent, Nancy, I'm afraid, of what I used to see at the end of 1999, where equity analysts are just continuing to upgrade their price targets to whatever the prevailing share price is, and that's confirmation to me that we're near the end of this bout of irrational exuberance.